Hello and welcome to another Investing with Basisco video. Today I'm going to take a look at a REIT stock. I have selected RioCan Real Estate Investment Trust for review. In a previous video I explained that I believe in buying stocks that have a broad market exposure. Now before we begin, I need to remind you that I am not a financial advisor and not licensed to give financial advice. This video is provided for your entertainment. Both beginners to the stock market and those who manage their own accounts may find my methods of evaluating stocks educational. This video may provide you with guidance on how to do your own stock selection. Now, with so many stocks, how do we choose one to review, and how do we get some guidance? I have been looking at the top trading REIT stocks and selected RioCan. Now I need to get the analyzer going here. Well, let's see what information we can get to help us. So let's hit the target analyzer and get a recommendation. So here goes. And it's going to compute RioCan for us, as I do like this stock. And here we go, RioCan Real Estate Investment Trust. So far so good. Now, I did own this stock before the market crashed. I owned this stock back last year and sold it in October of 2019 at $26.19. Now I am on the hunt to buy it back at between $14 and $15. Now the question is it a buy? Now let's see what this investment target gives us on this. So let's see here. It's giving us a 9 out of 10. So this looks pretty good. So let's go on here. So let's look at the description and contact information page. And we see that it's located and headquartered here in Toronto. It has a website here where you can go and get some more information. Its sector is real estate and it's retail. Now it's just a bit more than retail, so we'll just take a look at the description below here. And it says here, RioCan is one of Canada's largest real estate investment trusts. RioCan owns, manages, and develops retail-focused, increasingly mixed-use properties. This is something I like. Now that properties are located in prime, high-density, transit-oriented areas where Canadians want to shop, live, and work. And as of the end of March this year, its portfolio is comprised of 222 properties. And going on here, I like the fact that it includes office, residential, rental, and it has 16 development properties in the works. Now what I like is that they're redeveloping a lot of the properties here in Toronto, and they've remodeled and renovated the malls themselves, but they've also gone into building new rental properties on the site, and they should be coming on stream in the coming year. Now let's take a look at this page because we're getting some information on the stock, and things I like here is the market cap of $4 billion. So we're researching the second largest REIT in Canada. And now it has earnings of $2.20 per share. I like that. It pays a dividend, and look at this, it's 9.375%. Now we know that REITs are facing a problem as retail stocks, with many of their stores being closed and the possibility of not being able to collect their rents. So if the company needs cash, I'm not worried if the dividend is reduced. Even a reduction by 50% would not concern me, as I would still be getting just over 4.5%. Now this next chart, I had this in a previous video, and it shows returns over 20 years by asset class for investments in the United States. And of course, if you look at the far left, REITs were number one. Now, I do not expect all sectors to perform as well over the next 10 years, but I do feel that the results would still make REITs the best overall asset class. And this is another chart showing annual performance each year by the asset classes. And over 14 years, REITs top all other asset classes in 6 years. But what performs well in 1 year can be a poor performer the following year. what is interesting in this table is that REITs perform badly in recession years. Now, in 2019, if we look at the far right, it was the second best performer. And in the first half of this year, it is the worst performer. Oh boy. But I don't mind if it's the worst performer in the first half of the year, because now we're in a good position. Well, I hope we are. Now, here we have the one-day chart for RioCan. It wasn't a good day, as it was down 2.5%. Now, I do not concern myself with the daily fluctuations of individual stocks. If you follow the ups and downs daily, you're just going to drive yourself crazy. So let's take a look at a longer-term chart. Now, here we have a one-year chart. I pulled this up from the Yahoo Finance website. Now, it's not a recommendation. It's just a handy website I like. Now, you may like one better. And if you do, let me know in the comments section what investing website you like the best. So we see here that the health crisis had a major impact on the stock. Of course, we were told then by the media that the world would soon end and we would all perish, and owning stocks didn't matter anymore. Well, that is the way I felt watching 22 hours a day of the financial news. They sure scared me. Of course, we all know now that we shouldn't listen to the so-called experts on these shows. Now, this next chart, I want to focus on the year-to-date performance of RioCan. We see here that the stock is down and the upside is 77%. Heck, I will take an upside of 50%. What were investors thinking in selling this stock? Okay, I know, the world is ending and no one is going to go to the mall. How wrong they are. But hey, I like this because now it is my opportunity to buy the stock back again. Now, I want to look at my own software chart. This first one shows the RSI in the accumulation area. It has moved up, and I am thinking we are getting another move down to buy. And now BACD is neutral, so it doesn't indicate a buy or sell to me. Jumping to my other stock charting software program, I can see that the stock is setting up for another potential buy. We got two green triangles or buy flags recently, one in March and one in May. Now, I did not buy these as, of course, the world was, as we knew, was ending. Now, the charting software does not take emotions into consideration, and we can see that the smart money was buying in these 2 months. And they did well on a short-term swing trade. So, okay, I'm eager for them to do it again. I like this rinse and repeat. Now, jumping to the summary of a trade here on RioCan. In the chart 1, we saw the RSI is trending down in the buy area. MACD is neutral. And we need to see the RSI turn up. And now in the second chart from my own software, we're not seeing any major buying interest. The stock is just moving up with the general trend in the market. Now we could be close, and we need to keep watching this stock. Now one could buy the stock now without my own signal that I'm using if you're a long-term investor. If you're short-term and want to do a swing trade, I'm still waiting for my MACD Bollinger signal to give me that green flag to buy. So the action I'm taking right now, I'm just waiting for a green triangle confirming that there's some buying interest from other investors. Now, earlier this week, I watched a video by another Canadian YouTuber, and he was focused on this stock, Brookfield Property Partners LP. And I have to thank him for bringing this stock to my attention. I had to take a look at this REIT after watching his video, and I like this one too. In my next video, I'm going to look at this stock and see how it compares to RioCan for investment purposes. What I like about Brookfield Property Partners LP is that this stock trades on both Canadian and American stock exchanges. Whereas RioCan is focused on Canadian properties in larger cities, Brookfield has properties around the world. So keep tuned for my next video. There is one thing I want to point out in this chart. If you take a look at the last 2 trading days of this past week, you notice that the stock jumped. And I'll talk about this in my next video. It's very interesting because the Brookfield is so confident in its stock that it's willing to buy back stock from investors. But there's also an interesting side twist to this, so I'll reveal that in the next video. So that is my video for this week, and I hope you like this review. And I thank you for taking the time to watch it. And if you did, I hope you will subscribe to my channel. I think we're going to have some more interesting stocks to review in the future. And we'll see you in the next video.